So welcome to the self-healing workshop for women. The agenda for today is we'll start off with a little bit of introduction about yourself. Then we'll talk about Ayurveda and its relationship with yoga, Ayurveda's relationship with homeopathy, Ayurveda's relationship with TCM, Ayurveda and it's not such a good relationship with Western medicine as well. I will tell you Ayurveda as I see it. Now Ayurveda, they say it's a science of life, it's a knowledge of life. Now I say Ayurveda is not a noun, it's a verb. Why? Because it's all about doing. I will do this yoga, I will make this lifestyle change, I will take these herbs. It's about commitment. So I say it's not a noun, it's not a science, it's a verb. It's lifestyle change. So Ayurveda actually was first mentioned, Ayurveda is a new word, but the science of Ayurveda was first mentioned in a book, it's a scripture, 5,000 years ago. It's called Atharva Veda. So 5,000 years, just along the same time as Patanjali Sutras, if you guys have your yoga teachers. So, but it was so comprehensive, you couldn't really, there were about 18,000 verses in it about Ayurveda. And it was so scattered, it wasn't compiled properly. And then some person started compiling just the Ayurveda aspect from that particular book about 3,000 years ago. And it was called, it's a tantric, so it was called Agnivesh Tantra, because Ayurveda is Tantra. Because you use everything, you use mantras, yantras, lifestyle. Even people, we talk about being morally righteous. People who are not morally righteous, they will become sick. So it covers everything. Of course, it covers the clinical aspect of life as well. And then Agnivesh Tantra became lost. It was found about 1,200 years ago. The person who found them was called Charaka. And then it became the textbook of Ayurveda now is Charak Samhita. So according to Charak Samhita, then the word Ayurveda came 1,200 years ago. Now Ayu means life, and Veda actually means essence of life. And when you go to an Ayurvedic practitioner, they don't ask, Valor, you come to me and say, oh, I have a stomachache. I'm not going to ask you, okay, I'll give you something and you can take this, you will feel better. Or you have a throat infection. Let's see, all three of you come to me for a throat infection. You have a throat infection, all three of you. So I am not going to give you the same thing. I will ask you, what is your body constitution? So it could be three. It could be Pitta, Kapha, Vata. Actually, it's 7, or a combination of these 3. Vata, Pitta, Kapha, Pitta. But you're not going to get into all that. And once I know the psychosomatic body constitution, then I will determine your Vikriti, meaning I will determine what went wrong, what is imbalanced in this person. So what is imbalanced in her may be different from you, even though the symptoms is sore throat. That's just a symptom, right? So I find that what is imbalanced, her imbalance may be caused by too much heat, or too much cold water. Her imbalance may be caused by stress and stomach upset. Her imbalance may be caused because she can't stop talking because she's mentally disturbed. So we don't know. So once we find that out, we give them herbs, a diet, daily regimen, a cleansing plan, and a massage. Or a combination of all or some. Last month, they found me in my office and they came to me with a frozen shoulder. And I gave her herbs for mental relaxation. Because the frozen shoulder, I said, you don't need a massage, you need to relax. But she didn't listen to me. And yesterday when she left the office, she was able to raise her arm at least this much. And her range of motion was this. And we still haven't, I told her your body is not ready to accept massage and healing. So I think that pretty much covers what I think Ayurveda is. So Ayurvedic practitioner will ask you, who are you? So I know Gabriella is a Kapha. Karen is a Pitta Vata or Vata Pitta? Vata. Pretty much Vata, but you no longer have the Pitta imbalance that you had before. But you have a Pitta mind. And you're a Vata Pitta, you're a Pitta Kapha. Kapha Pitta.
Pitta Kapha.
Pitta Kapha, Kapha Pitta. I don't know about you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are a
Vata mind, Pitta body.
Vata mind, Pitta body. So mind can be, I'm a Kapha body and a Pitta mind. So in my mind I'm a supermodel, but body doesn't agree with me. Yeah, because it's very fast, very fast. I can work 18 hours a day, but my body can't keep up with my mind. So I need to take nervine tonics or I need to increase my metabolism because my body cannot keep up with my mind. So when you are a combination of two and not a primary, like in your case you're pretty much Vata, in your case you're pretty much Kapha. But if you have a different mind, like in your case, there's always a conflict. So
you have Vata mind. Maybe still.
You have a Vata mind. Yeah, that can be different. So can you tell me what Vata means?
Because, Vata is air, and you just always your head up in the clouds, and you have this vast imagination, and you like...
That's a Vata mind you're describing,
yeah.
not the Vata body.
No, the Vata body.
So you're describing her mind.
That's how I think about it, because I don't know much about how the Vata body reacts to it, but Vata body is usually
tall, thin.
Tall and thin, and then
bony.
They always make good models, good television presenters.
Right. Yeah.
Very creative. Okay, great. Vata comes from the word va in Sanskrit. Va means air or movement. So it actually, everything else rests on va. Because if there's no movement, there's no circulation in the body, there's no movement in our head, we'll die. Because we're physically, mentally, we're dependent on the circulation of the channels within us. So va means movement, it means air, right? So a Vata body is usually tall, people who are tall, thin. If you have students in your class, little kids, you will see tall, thin students, they're very creative, they're very good at drawing, they're very sensitive, they're very much in, they're hypersensitive and they can tune in, they're almost psychics. That's very much a Vata mind. Except they're so sensitive that they get stressed out. Very, very sensitive. And Vata resides in the colon. So there are chances that when a person gets old, all the issues will be related to colon, and Vata also resides in the bones. So after menopause, Vata women will probably have either mostly osteoporosis. So a Vata woman, I'll say, starting the age of 35, start taking calciums and herbs, because you are going. And they also have their menopause very early. I just had someone come here for Panchakarma treatment all the way from England. Vata will also have respiratory issues, asthma, because Vata is air, right? So that's all I'm going to say about Vata. Any questions?
Right now, I just realized my son is totally a Vata.
You did?
And he's having sinus and throat, which I think he gave me some of that little bit of infection.
So, but when you are a mix, now Pitta means fire, it also means metabolic activity, it also means heat, it also means intelligence, impatience, passion. So Pitta body type, not many people are pure. So if you're a Vata, Pitta, anyone, so you know what you're like, right? So no pure Pitta here, you're a pure Pitta here. So Pitta means heat, metabolic activity, it means enzymatic action, passion, and Pitta mind, very, very intelligent. Usually Pitta mind will become engineers. They will never stop studying, ever. So this is why I think you might have a Pitta mind. They never, ever stop studying. They're relentless in their, and they can be impatient with others sometimes because nobody can keep up with their intellect. Midori?
Yeah. Why are you trying to be patient? I have Vata in me a little bit. So
that's good, it balances it out.
I have I think it could be a little bad combination because Vata, creativity, and I have, just spreads out my interest all over. But then I have the Pitta of impatience.
So if you're in a classroom and you see a bunch of kids together, and if you're in a classroom, kush, hush.
Pitta.
He's a Pitta body, Pitta mind. He's ridiculous, pure, 100%. What a temper. And he's 4 years old. He's reading grade 2 books. And he's so bored in kindergarten, you can't imagine. He hates kindergarten. He's like, why am I reading ABC? So, the kids get very, very hot. They should not be playing outside in the sun, ever. They will get sick. Whereas a Kapha or a Vata who are always cold, they should go out and sit in the sun and play in the sun.